Ever wonder how some coaches are making so much more money than you? Well, there's a reason. And after helping 132 coaches grow their businesses, I discovered it has nothing to do with your coaching skills. So in this video, I'll share with you the 3 things holding good coaches back, what other coaches do differently that actually gets them clients, and the best part, these are all things that you can implement right after watching this video so you can start seeing results fast. But before we talk about what to do, I need to show you what's silently stopping you. You probably think you're stuck because your niche isn't quite right, or your offer needs more clarity, so you spend hours tweaking, rewriting, and changing your Instagram bio. But what if that's exactly why you're not getting clients? Well, let me show you what I mean. In January, 2 coaches started working with me in the same week. Coach A spent 6 weeks fiddling with fonts, website colors, and rethinking her niche. Every week, she thought, just one more tweak and then I'll be ready. Coach B, he launched his messy offer in 3 weeks. No fancy branding, just took action, even if it wasn't perfect. Guess who signed 2 clients in week 1? Coach B. Meanwhile, Coach A was still on the treadmill of overthinking. Lots of motion, but going nowhere. Here's the real reason you're stuck. It's not because you're unclear. It's because you're overthinking everything. Most coaches are so afraid of making the wrong move, they end up making no move at all. So how do you break out of this vicious cycle? Easy. You just use the D for D method. Deadline for decisions. Here's how it works. Set a timer for 15 to 30 minutes or whatever feels right for your next decision. When the timer goes off, you have to decide. No snooze button allowed. It's like setting a kitchen timer for your brain, and when it dings, you move forward. So try it the next time that you're stuck and watch how quickly you build momentum. But here's the thing. Action, it's only half the battle. But if you're not doing this next thing, it will stop you from attracting your perfect client. So you're showing up online, you're posting tips, you're sharing value, you're making content, but people still scroll past. No comments, no DMs, and no inquiries. It's like you're invisible, just shouting into the void. And if that sounds painfully familiar, you're not alone. So let me tell you about Sarah, a coach I worked with who did everything right on paper. Tips, how-tos, value bombs, but she never once told her audience why she became a coach. And the first time she opened up and shared her story, her DMs blew up. People wanted to work with her, not just learn from her. So if you're not being vulnerable, you are still hiding, not physically, but emotionally. People, of course, buy from experts, but they trust and buy from humans. And if they can't relate to you, they won't trust you. And if they don't trust you, well, then they won't buy from you. So how do we fix this? Well, easy. Right now, grab your phone, film a 60-second video explaining why you became a coach. No script, no nonsense, just you being, well, you. And post it today, because vulnerability, that builds visibility, and visibility, that builds trust. But here's what nobody warns you about. Even when you finally start getting noticed, a new fear creeps in. Now that people are paying attention, well, what happens when it's time to ask for what you're really worth? Suddenly, being seen isn't the hardest part anymore, because you want to raise your prices, but it feels scary. You want to pitch with confidence, but that voice in your head, it whispers, what if they say no? And then you see other coaches, maybe with less experience, charging way more, landing clients with ease. Meanwhile, you're still stuck, wondering if you're asking for too much or whether you're even worth it. So let me show you one of our clients, Emma. She was charging her clients less than £50 per hour. She told me, Sean, it just feels fair. But deep down, she knew that she was undervaluing herself. So I challenged her to pitch her next client at £2,000. And she panicked, but she did it anyway. And the very next week, she landed her first £2,000 clients. Here's the truth. You're not getting paid what you're worth. You're getting paid what you allow. And undercharging, it's one of the most destructive forms of self-sabotage. The other coaches, they're not afraid to ask for more. They're shameless about what they ask for, and that's why they win. So what do? Well, easy. You double your price. You pitch it on your next call. Yes, you're going to feel resistance. That's perfectly normal. But confidence isn't something that you wait for. It's something that you build one step at a time, even if it's scary. So the truth is, Even if you do this, you take action, you be vulnerable, you raise your prices, there's still one deeper reason why coaches stay stuck. And unless you fix this, nothing else will truly change. So let's be honest, you've probably tried every secret strategy the gurus are selling. You've downloaded the scripts and the free lead magnets, and sometimes, sure, you get a little win, but then bam, you hit the same old wall. Suddenly you're binge watching the latest series on Netflix and telling yourself, well, maybe next month will be different. Well, if that sounds familiar, then the real issue, it was never about the strategy. It's self-sabotage. It's fear, guilt, control. These are the gremlins that are quietly ruining your business while you're pretending you're busy. So how do we fix that? Well, let me show you one of our clients, George. George had a full-time job, he had zero audience, and just a dream of being a coach. He tried figuring it out on his own and even started running some ads, but nothing stuck. Then we started working together. 6 weeks later, £21,500 generated from coaching clients. Not because of some magic strategy, but because he finally got out of his own way and ended self-sabotage. So how did George pull this off? Well, you're going to want to click this video here and I'll walk you through the exact step-by-step framework George and over 100 other coaches have gone through to end self-sabotage and grow their coaching businesses, even when they thought they were stuck forever.